morning, everyone. Nihama, Paul Cowley here with First Vanadium. Whether you're a shareholder of First Vanadium or just being introduced to First Vanadium, the message that I want to get through on this opportunity, this short opportunity to present to you, is one, and when you think of First Vanadium, is one of people and project of substance. People and project of substance, building value for its shareholders. And we're doing that by focusing on our Carlin Vanadium Gold Project in Nevada. So the Carlin Vanadium Gold Project offers a very significant high-grade vanadium resource, and which is the backbone of the company. But couple that with the benefit, this added benefit of its extremely good gold opportunity that's below the vanadium resource on the same property. I will be making forward-looking statements. Now, what does that mean to shareholders of First Vanadium? Having vanadium and gold within its portfolio, what does that mean? It means diversity. It means optionality. There's an opportunity for successes in both the vanadium side and the gold side, depending on markets. It provides the opportunity with a substantial resource of vanadium in the United States. So you couple this resource, which is the backbone of our company, with this very, very significant gold opportunity in the Carlin Trend. And we believe we have a very legitimate opportunity to discover a high-grade gold deposit right in the Carlin Trend. Now, and as we all know, exploration discoveries is where there's explosive opportunity for shareholders in a company. So we believe we have a very, very good combination of the two components, both metals at different levels of exploration. One advanced, one early stage, but exceptional. Sorry, there we go. First Vanadium, as I mentioned, it's a substantial company with four principal, fundamental, strong elements. As I mentioned before, at the beginning, an excellent project, excellent people. We also have a very good share structure at 53 million shares with $1.6 million in cash and no debt, and very good timing as well. And this is quite interesting to point out, because in 2018, when we had a rising vanadium metal price, our shares moved from, and we delivered very, very good exploration resource and PEA. We moved from $2 or 10 cents a share to $2 a share. And now we're in a very, very optimistic gold market, and we have this very, very significant opportunity in gold. And I believe we have a very good timing again to have an explosive opportunity in our share price. I'll mention a little bit about our people because this is really an exception to junior companies. We have a very, very talented, accomplished group of people. They're professional engineers and professional geologists. In total, 450 years of experience in the industry. And we all have specializations, from deposit discoveries to building mines to operating mines. And we even have 5 metallurgists, each with their own specialty in metallurgy, which is very, very important. The rest of the rest of the presentation is principally on the quality of this project. The location is absolutely amazing. We're in everyone wants to be in Nevada, but we're not only in Nevada, we're in the most prolific mining area of Nevada. That provides us an extraordinary infrastructural advantage. We are on the red star, we are 6 miles south or 10 kilometers south of a rail hub, major highway, nearby mining communities, and easy trucking distance to Newmont and Barrick's processing operations. Now let me talk a little bit about the vanadium resource, because it is the backbone of our company. This is a very significant resource, as I mentioned. This is 380 million pounds of vanadium. And at today's price, that would equate to $2.7 billion of metal in the ground. So this is by no means an insignificant deposit. This is very significant. In fact, it's the highest grade primary vanadium resource in North America. Our PEA that we delivered in May demonstrated a 16-year mine life. We are, this would be processing 1 million tons per year of high-grade vanadium at 0.7% V2O5, which is vanadium pentoxide, using conventional beneficiation and hydrometallurgical processing to get in excess of 80% recovery. One of the main features of this PEA was it demonstrated that the operating costs would be about $5 a pound, which is an extraordinarily positive thing for us. And I want to demonstrate, since we are, I want to move to that, this slide here that demonstrates all the vanadium producers around the world and how much it costs to produce a pound of V2O5, vanadium pentoxide, and where we sit on the cost curve. And you can see from this that our project is in very, very good competitive advantage at about $5 a pound. Currently, vanadium is at $7 a pound, so you can see we're in a good position in that respect. I do suggest going into our website to getting more details about our PEA and the project on the vanadium, but limited time, I want to progress to the gold opportunity. Before I do that, it's very, very important to get the context that we have geologists who have made tremendous accomplishments in their careers. We have 2 geologists that have found 10 gold deposits in their career, more than 14 million ounces of gold. So we have very capable people very capable people of finding gold deposits. And in particular, Dave Mathewson is an authority on the Carlin Gold Trend, and that's where we're located. He spent 15 years with Newmont as a regional manager, Gold Standard Ventures, and contributed a lot to the understanding of gold deposits and discovering of gold deposits for Newmont and Gold Standard Ventures. And even within 5 or 10 kilometers of our property, Dave was able to find 5 million ounces of gold very close to our property. And I would mention, very importantly, that when Dave left Newmont, he started a company with others, Gold Standard Ventures, which was very, very successful, building land position, making discoveries, and they built their market cap from about 10 or 15 million to $1 billion. And this was on a lot of Dave's decision-making and discoveries. So this is the kind of person that we have working for us. Dave has contributed an extensive amount of his time and his money. He's invested in this company and the project because he likes the look of this very much. So to wrap up, to introduce the gold opportunity, we're talking about people with skill sets and track records of multiple gold deposit discoveries. How else wouldn't you want to put your hands, your trust in people that have made this discoveries? What's your chances of finding another one? We're located in the Carlin Gold Trend, which is the most prolific gold trend in the United States, not just Nevada, but in the United States. And we're tapping into that system with Dave's expertise. He's a proven mine finder. And he also has indicated that we have all the geological, after he's looked at all of our data and working together with him, he's mentioned that we have all the geological and geophysical ingredients for a discovery. Now, this is the Nevada, and introducing the trends of gold. You want to be in Nevada, of course, for finding gold, but you want to be even in the most prolific trend, which is the Carlin Gold Trend. That's where we're located. Now, this is an amazing location, probably one of the richest trends in the world, which produced over 90 million ounces of gold. And there's in excess of 100 million ounces of resources and reserves in that trend. It's dominated by Newmont and Barrick. And by no means, Dave is quite familiar with the whole belt, he is very confident to say that there is much more to be found by juniors and by the majors in this trend. Dave had the privilege and the opportunity to look at, have the ability to look at all of Newmont's information, all the drill holes in and around mines. So he was able to conjure up, imagine all of the significant elements to develop a gold target model. And he has very successfully then deployed this model to make multiple gold deposit discoveries. This is a trend of the Carlin Gold Trend, the 50-mile trend of the Carlin Gold Trend. The central part of the trend is where Dave contributed to Newmont's discovery of 20 or 30 million ounces of gold. And off on the west side, the southern part of the trend where we are and Gold Standard Ventures are, Dave was able to discover more than 6 million ounces of gold as well. And that's where we're going to go next in the next slide. This is the southern part of the trend. These are maps by Dave that he uses to justify the gold, where to go for finding deposits. This is on the left-hand side, shows the structures and the deposits. This is 9 million ounces of gold in this area. We're off to the left or the west. You can see there's structures that are north, south, and northwest that influence these and place these deposits. We have a north-south structure coming down through our project. On the right-hand side, you see a gravity map that also shows significant highlights of gravity in finding and highlighting these gold deposits. We also have that signature. That excited Dave a lot. And furthermore, moving on our deposit itself. So regionally, very, very positive elements to know that we've got a gold system here. On our property, there's significant support of that too. When we drilled our vanadium resource on the bottom right-hand side, near surface, we discovered that there was a very significant dolomite alteration system that's over 2 kilometers long. This is the gold system that's above the gold below. And on surface, at the top right, those are gold exposures that are a result of leakage of gold up through this master structure, this north-south structure that passes through our deposit, or sorry, our property. On the left-hand side is the model. Looking through the earth, you can see for gold, the vanadium resource is near surface, so it's in the purple rocks. And the gold opportunity is below that, basically at the lower part of the purple rocks to where the blue rocks are. That's the carbonates. That's the sweet spot that we're after. And we have drilled down beside this structure. We've done 2 holes that we did in August and September. We're very excited about the program. We have assays in to the laboratory right now. We're expecting to release that information and the assays this month. The labs are slow, but we are very encouraged with our drill program. So to wrap up the presentation, to focus on the catalysts, we're focused right now on our gold because gold is the place to be right now. People are excited about it. We have an amazing drill opportunity for a discovery. We're being led by an amazing mine finder, Dave Mathewson, and a great team behind him as well. And we believe in the next 3 to 6 months, great catalyst for an opportunity for a discovery here. And in the meantime, we have this backbone project of vanadium. And as vanadium prices start to increase, we'll advance that project as well. But I would like to just, again, wrap up the program saying thank you very much for your attention. Shesheni, we are very, very happy to be able to present to you. I hope I leave you with a message that First Vanadium is a company with people of substance and project of substance. And I hand it over to answer any questions you may have. Thank you very much. Shesheni.
Thank you, Paul, for your presentation. Let's go with a few questions here. The first one here from the audience, Ross, are the vanadium prices tied in with the global sort of steel market? So will the slower economy make the vanadium prices lower these days?
Yeah, I think that's just the macro economy of the world. That's where we're seeing a very sluggish vanadium price at the moment. Where we see the opportunity is in the green energy space. The vanadium redox flow battery is superior to the lithium battery in the applications of large energy storage. So these are grid power, backup, solar and wind farms. So there's very much a component of green energy space going forward. This is where in the next I believe 3 to 5 years, where vanadium will start to significantly have more and more demand and interest to those, and obviously then increase the value of our vanadium resource.
Sure. The next question from Donnie here. He said, are you going to do with your vanadium project? Will you consider joint venturing it, selling it down the road?
At the right moment, at the right time. Right now, we want to build value. We're looking for that explosive opportunity for discovery, and I think at that point that provides our shareholders the most value for adding value. And so we believe that we will be exploring. We've got plans to continue to drill, to have follow-up programs from what we've just completed. And start to vector in, as Dave knows how to do with these deposits.
Sure.
So we'll look to fund it ourselves because we're very confident in the people and the project that we have. At some point, there may be an appropriate time to joint venture it, but not now.
Okay. And the question asking about vanadium, is that being affected or part of the recent Trump's executive order on the critical elements?
I think that's a positive geopolitical advantage for a company like ourselves to have a U.S.-based vanadium resource, because that the U.S. doesn't produce it. They need vanadium. They want to secure domestic supply for its steel and for batteries. So this just puts us in a good geopolitical arena, and it'll obviously be an advantage for permitting because the government wants to advance these types of projects.
Great to hear. Yeah, so I think the time is up for us, and thank you, Paul, for your presentation and your time for sharing an update with us here.
Yeah, thank you very much, everyone, and Sheshini, and I'm very much looking forward to having you all as shareholders. Feel free to give me a call. I'm very much available to answer questions and give you more context. And I certainly ask you to go to our website to delve in deeper, because there's a lot of substance to this company that I'd like you to know about.
Sure. Thank you, Paul, for your time. Thank you.
Thank you.